What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. It is Hunter. Today we're going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of the 2025 Silent and Deadly animatronic. Alright, so let's just go ahead and start with unboxing. I've had this guy for almost close to a year now, or a couple, I would probably say a couple months. I got him late into summertime, I want to say. He's a really an awesome animatronic. He's the 2013 Silent and Deadly. So this is the revamped version of him. So his speaker's much louder, comes in much more parts. So I'll just show you what his pull-out tray looks like there. So that's what it looks like. So let's start pulling stuff out. All right, so we have his box here on the floor. So the first thing that I see here is we got his clothing there. That's one of his zip ties. We have the machete hand. Set that over there. We have his shoe there, one of his shoes, and another one of his shoes. We obviously have the head. Pull this out. He has such a creepy, simple head. I really like the design of this guy. He's so cool. I'm so glad I got him. We have both of his arms here. We have his shushing hand. We have his shoulder frame here. We have his control box and side-to-side mech. We have his 4 leg pulls here. We have his adapter. We have his center pull here, which is D. And then last but not least, we have his base. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is grab your 4 pulls labeled B, and those just get snap locked into place just like so. Next step is to grab his 2 shoes. There is no left and right, so you can just slide those over his leg pulls here, just like so. Alright, so now that we have his leg pulls on, we can go ahead and go into his clothing bag here and grab his jumpsuit. It is all one piece, so it just slides over the metal poles. I'll show you guys what that will look like. Just slide over the legs, just like that. Last season, I put some pool noodles on just to kind of beef his legs out, just so it looked a little bit better and looked more fuller. Once you have his clothing on, you can go ahead and grab his control box here and snap lock that into place. You're going to make sure you line them up properly, and the speaker is going to be facing to would be facing towards my wall here, just like so. Once you have that complete, you can go ahead and grab your center pull here and snap lock that right into place. Next thing you want to grab is your shoulder frame part E here, and that also just gets snap locked into place, just like so. So once you have his clothing completely pulled up, you can go ahead and grab this cord coming from his clothing, and you're going to want to go ahead and plug that into the control box here, right in the back. Now, before we do anything else, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and grab his power adapter, and we're going to also plug that into the front of his control box. All right, now we can go ahead and grab his head and just snap lock that right into place. Just a little push pin, and it just snaps into place just like that. Now we have this red and white wire coming from his head, which just lights up his eyes, and we're going to go ahead and find the coordinating color wire down here. It's kind of a hassle because you got to keep pulling his clothing up and down, and that just gets clipped into place just like so. Now what we can do is go ahead and start attaching the arms. So you're going to need both the arms, and he comes with 2 zip ties here. Those are the zip ties that I showed you at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what attaching one of them looks like. Alright, so once you have your arm threaded up through the sleeve, you're just going to take that black metal rod here, and that just gets slid up here, and there's a little hole in this white beam here, and it sits right into place. Then you can go ahead and take one of your zip ties here and just zip tie the arm into place just to make sure that doesn't go flying. Let's see if I get it first try. Look at that. You can do it as tight or as as weak as you want it. I like to do them tight just so they really don't fly around. And then you just go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so we are almost complete his setup. So now the next thing we're going to want to do is add on his machete hand and his shushing hand. Alright, now for his last step here, we just attach on his hat. Now, it looks like there's 4 pieces of Velcro here, so it's quite a tight fit. So obviously we have the one in the front. And then we have one over here on the side, one in the back. Gotta make it over here. And one right there. So he has quite a tight hat on his head. But that is basically his whole setup now. Obviously, his arms and stuff are adjustable. I already adjusted them just so he's already in the position. Now, let's get to the demo. Alright, so that was Silent Deadly from 2025 from Spirit Halloween. I really enjoyed the Cinematronic, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like Silent and Deadly as well, please leave a comment and maybe like the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.